Don't sleep. Some of y'all might be like, all right, that was the funnest one, the one that we could laugh at because you got the little baby one, that's Divide and Conquer, the QCP one. You got the Kendrick one. Now you got Kendrick's whole fan base coming at you. Okay. That's a big deal. Anything involving any other Atlanta rappers, Little Dirk, you see the OTF members coming at you. This one with Glorilla is supposed to be the funny one, right? That's supposed to be one we can just laugh at. Aha. Is it? Is it the lightest one? I don't know. Glorilla is one of the hottest, if not top two, top three on the scene right now, right? Female rappers. Her rise is, especially last year and this year, pretty strong. The chatty patty elements probably took a whole nother triple effect from this particular clip. All right. So the interrogation audio, it makes you look at him with all the snitch and the rat allegations. That's what the whole internet did. Okay. Don't blame me. This one right here, though, you see all the memes. They're putting like the women's makeup on him and the nails as if he just sits there and he just. But I'm going to go into a topic, though. I'm going to ask y'all, is what he really did in this particular case, is he wrong for it? You know, is it that bad? Is it that crazy, or is it because of all the other clips that have been coming out that just makes this one get added on with the escalated effect type shit? But we're gonna do the Young Thug segment. This feels like a whole A-verb shit. Like, what is like day 7, Young Thug? What the fuck? After we get through our Young Thug segment, I got YMW Melly's co-defendant. I'm gonna take a look at that. Boosie's son, yeah. I see the Ciara and Russell Wilson news. We'll get into that topic. I got a little twist on that one as well. I got Druski. I got back-to-back sports for y'all. A couple sports topics that we got to make sure we up to speed with. The Drake piece with the Iceman episode 3, I'm leaving all the way to the end. I'll let you know why when we get there. And then I'm going to close out with something. Yeah, and that's a lot. It's more than I thought now that I look at it. All right. Let's get going. Let's get to Young Thug, man. So we got a new one. Right? Let's listen to the audio, see what's going on, and then we'll react.
The girl, Gorilla. She.
Yeah.
Why don't people say she pretty? That be ugly as fuck.
You think she ugly?
You said it. Like, yeah, they say she ain't ugly. People niggas be saying she ain't ugly. That bitch ain't nothing.
They be saying she look like Rihanna.
Man, be like goddamn Rihanna. Watch out.
Oh, man.
She look like Rihanna. Long ass bullshit ass wig, skinny shit. Goddamn big ass head.
Big ass head.
Mm.
Man, watch out.
Crazy how these niggas really run around sneaking with a tooth in her.
Oh yeah, I'm sure some other niggas in it.
I ain't catch that part. Sneaking with her. He about to start talking about who she fucking on the next call that leaks.
And DM and stuff, probably. You know, but I be feeling like sometimes a lot of niggas like that. It'll be like if the girl was regular and you weren't trying to fuck with the girl, you know, it's just like she got a number one song and you know.
Mm-hmm. Nigga just like, oh, let hit her. Man, bitch ain't talking about nothing. I would not pursue her at all, ever. Man, watch out.
Man, watch out. Watch out, man. Man.
All the shit I seen about her. Seen a video of walking past. That big ass mouth, just like always laughing, looking at that bitch. You look funny. She look funny. Man, the girl look funny, man. Who the hell pursuing? Who trying to smack this? Man, you got me thinking like Trippy Red or some shit.
What?
Man, Trippy Red done cuffed this girl. And she is like a super thot.
Oh my God.
I saw the girl, the girl, Gorilla.
All right, that's it. Jesus, man. he really felt the way about Glorilla. Big ass head, big ass mouth. She done walk by long ass wig, skinny ass, whatever, long ass face. Man, watch out. She ain't that. She ain't that. You know what kills him on this clip, V? It's so random. It's not like they was having a conversation about, who's the baddest women in the game or some shit. Like that would be an expected jail call, man. Like now I done never served, like he did 2 years, right? So I'm gonna save that for a topic within itself, right? But imagine he's on the phone with one of his homies, and his homies try to talk about women to him because you in there with a bunch of niggas, right? And it's also about like, yo, man, the flyest on the scene right now since you've been in there. You got Cardi B, you got Nicki, and probably Cardi, not Cardi, Glorilla. She number 3 right now. And then he's just like, really? I mean, the industry be really about image. Her with them long ass wigs and her skinny frame. That's it. They normally be on the thick girls like the Lotto. They want to see Lotto, and they want Ice Spice to put her baby fat back on and shit. Glorilla, that's totally expected. You know what I'm saying? This shit was random as fuck. He just sitting there. He said, yeah, anyway. What's that girl name, by the way? Glorilla? Man, that bitch ain't that. Just random as fuck. All right. Before I get into the topics around this, we saw it right yesterday. Glorilla responded. Look at this tweet she puts up. Mind you, this the same nigga blowing up my phone to ask the color of my eyes, laughing my ass off. She had a little clap back. All right, ain't nah. And then Young Thug replies to that. So this is the apology, right? At Glorilla Official. First of all, I'm sorry to you for my words, and I honestly don't think you're ugly at all. It's hard to make somebody believe that now, but I was speaking from jail and just having a hard time with life. I don't like bashing girls and hardly ever did. I'm sorry to you, twin. Apologize, twin. Man, watch out. All right. Do I go to the lady side of this first, or do I go to the prison serving time side? Let's go there first. How y'all feel about this, man? Can you give Young Thug a pass on this particular clip? All right. Do y'all feel like, nigga, he's in prison serving time? He's in there just talking shit, passing time, and this is what's helping him get through these days. The man lost his freedom, sitting behind the bars. Is this justified? So in general, I feel like there's millions and millions of hours of phone calls from all of us, right? In our times of need, that's probably talking sideways. That's one thing that he could play on, because you could come back from anything on the internet. He could play on, the fact that this was all private. Like people talk like this in private. The chatty patty element, can't co-sign that because it's a different level of what he's doing. But anyway, being in prison like this and talking about, you see, you kind of want to give him a pass, but like I said, it was so fucking random. It was so random. And then the fake elements come in about it, right? So you had to apologize for it, or you felt the need to apologize for it, and you're telling her you don't stand on none of that, right? So are you being fake to me, or are you being fake on the phone with this girl? They're saying allegedly this is his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist, right? So are you being fake to your girl, or are you being fake to Glorilla, or you just this type of nigga? Period. That's what the questions be. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm passing time in there, man, I might talk shit about some people 100%. But when I say the fake element, let's go to this clip here. And this is me. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to throw the guy out. I don't think that anybody's gonna rock with it, but I'm gonna try. Watch. Fans resurfaced footage of Mariah the Scientist and Glorilla together on stage at Birthday Bash ATL 2025 after Young Thug jail call leaks. All right.
I just love you. I'm so happy to just be doing this with you right now. Oh my God.
You said what?
You look so good. I just love you.
You look so good. Wow.
Right, I'm so happy. Okay, now.
Yeah, I want you to sing my favorite song.
I should do the other one?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you ready? If y'all know this song, you gotta know this song. I mean, I'm from Atlanta. Come on, don't do me like this. Okay, now what we got? I just love you. I'm so
All
happy.
right. So they're gonna look at your girl now too. Man, watch out. Let's ask the question. Here's the out that I have for you, young thug. This is what you, if you ever do an interview. Matter of fact, I think I saw a post of an upcoming interview that he has coming, right? We can't wait to see that. If you ever address the Glorilla shit, this is what you gotta say, young thug. Watch this. I got the perfect answer for you. If you say it now, matter of fact, they might be like, man, watch out. You got that shit from the Sorry Shoe podcast. Man, watch out. I'm going to be using the man watch out this whole stream, by the way. But here's your excuse. For real. Real shit. Nigga, I'm on the phone with my girl. I'm behind bars. What's the common knowledge about the man that's locked down and his girl out in the street fucking on the friends, the brother, the homies, the other niggas with money, or what? You know what I'm saying? That what's the thoughts behind that? That it's rampant, that it happens every day, B, and it doesn't matter who you are. You could be top dog, you could be the richest man in the world, you could be the most famous. If you are behind them walls, they say your woman is out here putting it in. Right, man, watch out. So this is what you say. You say you was on the phone with your girl and you pretty much already got your ear to the streets. You on a lot of these calls, including with her talking about the industry. You obviously be talking about the industry, including people like Glorilla, because your girlfriend performs with her, right? So this is my way of trying to keep her loyal by acting like I'm in here and I ain't got eyes for nobody but you, babe. That's your out. Who? Rihanna? Man, watch out. A big ass forehead. She ain't about nan. That's what you got to. Maybe that's what you got to do. If you feel like I'm on the phone constantly with my girl and I'm trying to keep her in check, and I don't ever want her to think that I would ever stray for her. So I'm talking this bullshit about other women just to make her feel like she's in the clouds, like she's the best ever. Glorilla, man, she ain't nan. Rihanna, fuck out. Beyonce, what that cowboy shit she on, man. She matter of fact, she older now. I'm good. I want to see Beyonce without makeup. All these ain't about nan. It's all you, but that's your out. That's your out. All right. I know you tried it. I know. I'm not saying that some of y'all are gonna accept it. Look, sorry, it's true. I'm not saying some of y'all are gonna accept it, but that's the only one that might work a little bit. All right. All right. The other one in there, real quick, about when Shorty was like, but I feel like a lot of it's because you got a hit song or whatever. Who are we kidding? People love to be involved with things that have status, right? It don't even have to be celebrity level. The whole sloppy seconds thing or whatever, and everybody has a history unless you're a virgin, right? So sometimes people will purposefully go after somebody because of who they've been with in the past. Okay. It's the groupie element as well. Okay. It's the empowerment of things. Imagine here I am, a regular Joe woman, just a regular, nobody know my name. I'm not a celebrity. I'm just going through the world, work my little 9 to 5 and mind my business. And here I go, I'm dating a guy that his ex is Beyonce. Like you might feel a little bit better about that, I guess, right? And it goes both direct. I feel like we men, we've done that shit. I've done it maybe when I was younger. Let me think. No, not because of who you was with, because I don't think I was targeting no celebrity type of shit when I was. Nah, I can't think of no examples. I can't. But I get it. I feel like it's a thing that happens in the industry every fucking day. We see these fucking celebrities sharing each other a mile a minute. All right. We're gonna get to Ciara, right? Ciara don't got a resume. Some of your favorites got a resume. All right. To this day, you'll see that viral picture pop up of that guy that was like Beyonce's first boyfriend. And they say, man, you fucking dropped the bag, man. And he's going to hold on to that picture forever. It's probably pinned at the top of his Instagram because it's Beyonce. People love to be tied to people with power, people with prestige, people with fame, people with celebrity. It just is what it is. And Glorilla, she evolved. She came up. I don't think Glorilla was ever an ugly woman, but she definitely glowed up. All right. She definitely got her teeth done, hair, makeup, body, going through changes and all types of stuff now, too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, glow is not the same physically presentational person that she was 15 years ago. We see that. And she wasn't ugly back then. I'm just saying. I mean, what do you want from me, man? I'm trying to throw the guy some fucking bait here, but as much bait as I'm trying to throw the guy on this particular one, you're still going to end up with shit like this. This is where the internet is. It's over for him. It's over, dog.
Hey, collect call from...
What up, twink? It's dog. Pick up.
An inmate at...
What up, Slap?
What's down, Thug?
Hey, we got so much to catch up on, and I ain't got much time, so here it is.
Talk to me.
I remember you told me you might be doing a movie with Lil Duval.
Yeah, possibility.
Yeah, watch out. I'm trying to tell you, watch out for him.
Nah, Duval been solid. I don't think I got to watch.
When you be having all them hoes that can't Duval.
No, that's
an old lady at the same time.
Yeah, but she be knowing. They be doing it.
You can't be silent doing shit like that. Nah, you can't be preaching black men don't cheat.
No, they be doing it. They be doing it together, though, Thug.
To me, that show flaw in your character.
Right.
But it ain't to be trusted.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, and ain't you going on tour with Kevin Gates?
Yeah, it kick off October 1st.
Watch out for Buddy.
What Gates did?
See when you be doing a video like he a comedian.
Yeah, but Gates my dog. Though I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Hey, watch out.
Told Joseph Brown before.
Nah, I ain't.
That's what I'm saying. Do fuck around, take all your material.
Nah.
Buddy fuck around, take your whole catalog.
Nah, Thug.
Right? Well, don't tell me that when the tour over and you go on his page and nigga
Trying to
your
drink.
jokes word for word. You still stick next over to that white lady, Elizabeth?
No, you talking about Wendy.
Yeah, right, Wendy.
Wide back Wendy.
You know, every day she like to go around the neighborhood and walk her dog. You
Yeah.
always wondering who that is shitting on your lawn.
Nah, I know that's our dog doing that.
Yeah, nah, 20 finna fuck your head up.
What?
That was her the whole time.
Wait, she shit in my yard?
Yeah, my Uncle Charles told me she
I'm trying to have a drink of water.
Yeah.
She'll go around and shit on people's grave.
Damn. She's shitting in people's grass?
The dog caught.
Yeah, Corey with a K?
Yeah, I see he celebrating hit 500K on the ground. Everybody even posting shit on his page.
He deserve it.
Whole time, but he ain't even got a hope for himself.
What you mean?
But he ain't even got no soul.
What you mean by
The
that?
other day, I heard that nigga flush 5 goldfish.
Flush 5 goldfish.
5 goldfish, gang.
For what?
No reason, no remote.
No remorse.
He wouldn't even did yet, man.
Why would he do that?
But it just a fucked up nigga, twin.
Nah, not my dog.
And then that fuck ass nigga right now, word on the streets is the streets ain't feeling like you feel me.
Well, you do know you talking to me right now, right?
Shit, I'm running my mind and I forgot I was on the phone with.
Prepaid collect call from...
What up, twin? It's dog.
An inmate.
Yeah. And nigga had him drop a final out to the nigga that he was on the phone with. He said, oh, I forgot I was on the phone with twin. I'll go. Yo, where's the like button, B? Nah, y'all ain't never see me drop a comment on an Instagram video before live with y'all, right? Oh, you gotta drop one for this, B. You got to. Oh, hold on. Yo, this shit was fucking hilarious, B. Man, watch out. Let me get my little post up there for you, man. This shit was hilarious. All right. Let me try to stop laughing for a second and get a little bit more serious. Damn. Man, watch out. Oh, shit. Yo, was he on there talking about the neighbor's dog? And that's the one who be shitting in your yard. Man, watch out. Oh, man, listen. You ever catch those moments where something is funny as shit? Just allow it to hit, man. Allow the laughter. It's scientifically proven that laughing is healthy. You could extend your life over the course of just adding years and time on from a lot of laughter, man. It's healthy. Man, watch out. All right, let me get back on track. Throwback of Houston, Texas artist CEO Sauce Walka and say he does not believe in slime behavior and not double cross. Before I even press play, I think what's important here is like when we have shit that these people shouldn't be following and they just follow it blindly, or they follow it because you're on top of the world, or they follow it because you're a megastar. Nobody will listen to you. You always fall on deaf ears. You know, if somebody comes out and says there's a problem there, just like what happened in RBE early years, right? It took motherfuckers years to listen to me, to listen to shit I was trying to tell them about the culture and about certain entities and what was going on. because you're too busy praising something, right? And it takes time to people allow themselves. And if you don't allow yourself to be a neutral person and take in information and then process it, what happens is you need that entity or that person or that company or that person that you just feel is just perfect. You need them to take a L, or you need to see them vulnerable, or you need to see them go through something that's real bad, and the whole consensus is against them for particular moments. And that's where your sheep ass gets to go join everybody else and say, oh, he's not good, or they're not right, or there is a problem. Okay, fuck it. Then you go over there, and then some of the people that was the minority on this side that was saying some of these things, you could bring them back and they hit different. 6ix9ine is going through that right now as well. I saw a clip with DJ Academics bringing back up old 6ix9ine footage of him going crazy because I think he didn't land like a #1 spot on the charts, and then he started exposing like all these credit card transactions for who landed in the top spot. But it's 6ix9ine at that time. You fall on deaf ears. Now people want to listen to him again. I see videos going around, people playing his music again, saying, fuck that. If we could listen to Young Thug and Gunna albums out here charting, we might as well just bring back 6ix9ine's music because it was tough. You see that shit, right? Now, once again, gift and a curse there. The curse there is that your blind ass wasn't listening to truth, years ago, because you were so jaded by the person or the entity, right? The positive side is rather late than never. Okay. The slime shit. Talk to him, Sauce.
Even slime behavior. I don't believe in slime mentality should be spread amongst the urban community and urban men. We should not feel that it is an achievement to double cross somebody who felt comfortable in your presence. We should not feel achievement or feel some type of accomplishment of backdooring and setting up a robbing or backdooring and killing somebody who looked like you, that you was cool with it to agree, or that you trying to take something from him that y'all can get together, y'all can make this together. To slime somebody out is like to rob them, backdoor them, like, you know what I'm saying? To do slimy activities. Like, slime is up under a rock. Like, you'll slime somebody else, you'll slime your brother in the courtroom. Yeah, I don't fuck with that. I don't believe in slime.
Any lies detected, people? None for me. All y'all that was running around wiping y'all noses and shit behind Thug, do it today. I'll wait. Give y'all a minute. You was wiping y'all noses and shit. You was YSL'd out. You was following Thug, sliming people out, and being slimy was dope, right? I mean, in my era, I remember we said for a time, slimy ass person, no, that nigga slimy or whatever. It always meant a bad thing. It always meant to do somebody left or do somebody dirty or to catch some, you know what I'm saying? Like, sliming somebody out by slang definition, how is that ever dope? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you could even see somebody's character based on how they even deal with their enemies, because you might think to yourself, like, shit, if it's my op, who cares how I get him or what I do to him? Or I don't know about that, right? I don't know about that. Here's an example. Matter of fact, I do know about that. Here's an example. The dude whose news came up found he allegedly text messages in his daughter's phone from the judge. He went up to the office, he shot him, right? I think he's still fighting the case right now. There's some new updates on that, but we'll get to that later. A lot of people see that situation and they don't feel too crazy about it, right? I'm sensitive about taking one's life because you only live once, and I don't want to put that type of energy out there, right? But a lot of people would be like, shit, if it was my daughter, complete the sentence, right? How about this, though? You find those text messages, allegedly, and instead of going up to the guy, confronting him, beating the shit out of him, maybe even allegedly shooting him, whatever, instead, what you do is you go find his daughter. I'll just use a number. Let's make it extreme. 8 years old. And you do something to the 8-year-old daughter, right? You co-sign it? No, you don't. So don't ever give me the argument of it don't matter if it's your op. No, you could still judge a man or woman based on even how they deal with their enemies. Scarface ain't blowing up the car. He set out on a mission to kill some niggas that day, but he's not blowing up the car. You get it? So, friend, foe, worst enemy, mother, father, how does the term slimy and getting slimed out, how did it ever get adopted? Why would y'all ever out there in the first place following that mantra? Thank you, Sauce. And I know Sauce and Thug, they had a little thing, so he's got his little bias. But no, let's be real. Wipe your nose now. I'll wait. Wipe your noses now. Fucking followers. Y'all ain't never see me do that shit. I don't follow slang. I don't follow little moments of movements or whatever, no shit like that. You ain't got no videos of me saying or no unless I was joking. The whole world was on it. I felt the way about it. I was like, that shit is a little suspect. Y'all cool? Go ahead. Y'all go. I'm rare breed, right? Y'all gotta stop just following shit and following people. You know what I mean? That's what Shorty was on the phone trying to say to her man, Young Thug, allegedly. Well, it's because Glorilla is one of them. But if you really feel that way about the bitch, it don't matter whether she sold the record or not, right? That's the weakness of a man or woman right there. Man, watch out. Go wipe your fucking noses. I want to see you today. It's not popular anymore, is it? Anyway, that's the Young Thug segment. Let's move on. Let's move on to YMW Melly's co-defendant. All right, what do we see here? What we got going on? So, YMW Melly's co-defendant, YMW Portland, was just offered a 16-year plea deal and has until tomorrow to decide. He's currently facing 5 life sentences plus 75 years if he's convicted. Before I page over and go to some of these charges, let me see if I can get his age. YMW Portland. Let's see if we can find out how old he is. Old is YMW Portland. Let's see. Let's see. Born in 99, which makes him 26 years old. Youngin. 26 years old. Got your whole life ahead of you, man. Right? What they offer him? Let me come back to this shit. They offered him 16, and he's 26. What's 26 plus 16? 36 plus 6. Was it 42? 42, right? 16, 42, right? Yeah. Yeah, 42. People trying to be out here living till their 60s and 70s and 80s. So, let's say hypothetically you serve the full thing. Let's say you get hit with the whole 16 and you serve the whole 16. You know, a lot of people get out on parole and all different types of terms and stipulations, plea deal agreements, whatever. You never know, right? But let's say hypothetically the whole 16 gets served, you get out at 42. If you can maintain your health and God's blessings and stay out the way as much as possible, because there's a million ways to die out this bitch, unfortunately. Just imagine another 20 years of life. You know, just 62. You know, another 20 years of life you will miss out on, or freedom, free life, right? So these are the type of things that start pushing people over the ledge and saying, damn, I'm in my 20s. I take this 16. I'm still going to get outside and be able to do some stuff, right? It's not like this feels like the grave. Like, let's say Diddy, okay? Diddy's in his 50s. If he would have caught 20 plus years or whatever, that feels like a life sentence, because you feel like the rest of your natural life, and if not your natural life, your capable life, like on some old, by the time I do get out, nigga, I'm walking like this. Like I could barely step without somebody holding me. You know what I'm saying? So that's not the case if you're 42, and that's the worst case scenario. So serving the whole 16. The bigger question, though, when we start looking at this shit, count 3 and 4, accessory after the fact to murder in the first degree, both are the first degree felonies. The maximum sentence for these are 30 years. Yeah, all this shit adding up is how he's facing as much time as he's facing, yet he's being offered 16. Look at this. State's plea offer, drop count 1 and 2. So count 1, tampering with a witness and a capital felony. The maximum sentence is life. That's probably one of the hardest ones to prove out, right? Or one of the toughest ones in the trial, count 1. And I haven't even been following the YMW Melly trial with y'all here. As y'all see, we never covered. It's over a year in, right? Maybe longer than that. Count 2, directing activities of a criminal gang, first-degree felony, and maximum sentence life on that one too. So the life is scary as shit, the 2 L's, but the count 1 and count 2 in the plea is dropped off. Also, it pleads no contest to counts 3 and 4. What's 3 and 4? Accessory after the fact. Ooh, after the fact. And then the word accessory. Yeah. That word accessory is gonna push me right to the caption. You see the caption on the right? It says, it's one of them gunner type plea. It might hurt Melly. Should YMW Bortland take it? Well, should he take it is his own personal decision of him as a man, right? Should he take it or should he not take it? He's the one that put himself there. Allegedly. But the continued question and discussion around taking a plea deal. Now, when we look at even some of the audio that came out about Young Thug, you know, he was talking to 21 Savage. He said, Gunna taking that plea deal made it comfortable for everybody else to take one. So here goes another gray area question for you street niggas that want to make up your rules and figure out what y'all doing and how y'all gonna play this. What if you're the last to take a plea? Is that okay then? Everybody else either was found guilty or took a plea. You are the last one. You took it all the way to the end. After they got all this evidence, all these convictions already, and all these other people that came before you and said, yes, ma'am, if I'm last up, can I just take a plea now? Me, if you ask me to answer that on the spot for y'all street niggas, I would say yes, because you last. But this continues to just propel that conversation. Pleas in general, ask John Gotti, he says, nope, we're not allowed to. Family rules. Now we got to start talking about the order of your plea. So he takes this plea. They say they're giving him to what, today to choose? He takes this plea today. What does that mean for YMW Melly when you got words like accessory that he's copping out to? Accessory after the fact to murder in the first degree is a part of count 3 and count 4. If he accepts that in his plea deal, and he's the accessory. All right, 2 people in the car. It ain't my gun. You see what I'm saying? Same shit. That cooks YMW Melly. No? Yes? No? I'm telling y'all, man, within the next couple years, you guys are going to have to officially decide, is taking a plea deal, especially if you're not last, is it snitching? Or of course, if you're on the case by yourself, then obviously, right? You can't hurt anybody else if it's your own shit. Did my dirt about my lonely, they caught me, they offered me a plea instead of go to trial, whatever. That's not snitching. But if you got other people on your case and you have people that are still taking these charges to trial, co-defendants, other people that's a part of your gang, and they done swept the 9 trade gangsters. They got 30 of these motherfuckers, and the first 2 people or one of these early guys take a plea, and some of these other guys right here still saying, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm completely innocent. Is that snitching? I got to figure it out. Y'all said it was for Gunna, right? Y'all said it was for Gunna. Well, Gunna's is also more clear, too, because he's admitting to the criminal element of it. It's not like he's taking a plea and they indirectly use that. No, it's directly. He's like, no, YSL is a gang, and Young Thug has YSL tatted on him. So it's just like, like, you get it? So Rico. But I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, let's move on. Boosie's son, Tootie Raw, arrested in Atlanta for possession of a sawed-off shotgun, sawed-off rifle, machine gun, dangerous weapon, or silencer. It says or. So I'm not going to TI him and say he had all that shit on him, because then I'll start asking the questions like, nigga, are you a gun runner? Was you in the middle of a sale? You're not driving around with all of that for your own personal protection, right? Because you got only 2 hands. You can't shoot all that shit at one time. And some of that shit ain't meant to be shot with even 2 hands. I mean, like handguns, one thing. Like there's certain rifles and certain shotguns and shit based on your placement. You're not going to try to shoot one-handed. So it says all right, but possession of sort of, here goes the actual paperwork now from Atlanta, or the filing, Atlanta Police Department. Possession of sort of shotgun or sort of rifle, machine gun, dangerous weapon, or silencer. Why did they group them together like that? See, the silencers I always thought would be like its own category, like a switch, you know, or like a bulletproof vest. These are categories where if you get picked up under certain circumstances in certain states with a bulletproof vest, you might get in trouble. You might have a legal gun, like it's okay, but you might have a silencer on it. In certain states, that might be an issue, right? Machine guns is probably dead in every state at this point, and they're even categorizing switches now as machine guns. So sometimes you see a machine gun, it's not an old school Uzi. Somebody done modified their shit. But the sawed-off shotgun, I never knew like a sawed-off shotgun had a classification like that. All right, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, misdemeanor. So that one, I believe, is because there's some quick footage, nothing crazy, where it looks like he's evading the police, allegedly. And then they grab him like behind some bushes, whatever, and they bring him out. He's handcuffed. I didn't need to bring it up because it ain't really nothing. But the evasion is probably a misdemeanor there. Okay, but obviously them first shits is going to carry felony type level, right?
Yeah, get on here, break.
All right, so this was Charleston White breaking the news, and some people listened to him, some people didn't. Is he involved in this? Who knows? But
News, somebody tag TMZ. Tootie Raw, Lil Boosie son, I just put his ass in jail. I told his baby mama don't be talking that goddamn shit to me. I knew that boy had that switch in it. Because you know they get him over there. They get him 10 years over that bitch. Yo, boy, Tootie Raw, breaking news. I just got to Atlanta. I got Tootie Raw ass arrested within 2 hours of stepping foot on Atlanta soil. I told y'all I was.
We ain't gonna act like we don't expect this from Charleston White, right? So nobody's shocked with this. You tried it. You might have nailed it. There is a thing about the length of your gun that changes the game. For example, you have SBR. Okay, you have SBR, short barrel rifle. In certain states, the length of your gun, your rifle, could put you in trouble. Like it's like a 14 or a 17-inch barrel, and sometimes I believe the length of it is even what classifies it as a long gun rifle. But you can walk out of some stores with, like, let's say a 17-inch rifle, but if it's also rifle capacity, rifle platform, like let's say like an AR platform, and that bitch is like 10 inches, you can have an issue unless you get clearance for it. And then there's a lot of in certain states, a lot of conversation, and there's been back and forth and laws that have changed around pistols, right? Sometimes it looks like it's AR platform, but it's classified as a pistol and it's still short barrel, you know? So I'm not a Fed, right? But the gun community has talked about that forever. It's the difference between being able to further conceal something that is that high power or has that big capacity. You got an AR platform that can hold 30 fucking rounds and shoot 5.56, 300 blackout, 223 at a capacity of breaking sound barriers and whatnot. And you know, it's and then you can conceal it. It's a different ball game, right? So that's why they have issues with that. And if you try this point now, you changing the length of something that is a little bit more easy for people to see coming because the bitch is this fucking long, and you chop that fucking down, yet it still has the same capacity, same velocity, same strength, same power and everything. They got a problem with you for that. So yes, you tried it. Knows a little bit of gun stuff too. As far as Charleston White,
You know how they know me, but your son.
I'm curious if he really did, because he's a troll. He's a fucking troll. And he does say this type of shit, and he does put out these type of threats. But I wonder if he really did make a call. That means he would have to know where this guy is, Boosie's son. He would have to know where he is. You can't just call the cops and be like, Lil Boosie's son, Tootie Raw, be driving around with switches. So if you ever all right, where is he? What state is he in? What street is he on? Where's he at right now? Is he in the house? Is he driving down some block? Like, you know what I'm saying? So Charleston White could just be trolling. Either way, the shitty part right here, obviously, is this young man is incarcerated, facing some serious charges, and his father is about to go serve some time. All right. So the like father, like son thing, I'm not trying to say that he's following in his father's footsteps in certain gangster related regards. Hope that's not the case, Boosie. You know, Boosie seems to be a pretty cool father, right? But y'all both now possibly going to be serving time at the same time. That ain't a good look, man. And I know Boosie's been begging for prayers for his upcoming sentencing. You shift all those prayers to your son, man. To your son. So I wish Youngin the best. You know what I'm saying? All due respect. I wish Youngin the best. Whatever you got going on, wisen up from this type of shit and be careful out here, man. And people will put you away. That's a little scary. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't gonna do no conspiracy theories or reach. We'll see if more information comes out. All right. I don't take this as gossipy. I take this as the dynamics of a household, that dynamics of fatherhood, the dynamics of how a son grows up respecting fatherhood. That's why this one caught my eye. All right. So let's take a look. Ciara legally adds Wilson to son with Future's last name. Okay, Ciara's son with the rapper Future is legally a Wilson. We've learned the singer added Russell Wilson's last name, her eldest son's legal name. Okay, so hold on. I'm seeing added. Okay, so does Youngin still have Future's last name? And then Wilson was added to the end. Either way, we still have a slightly controversial topic here. Either way. Okay, so we're not in their household, people. We don't know what's going on with the relationship between Ciara and Russell Wilson, other than what we see in the public. Ciara and Future, other than what we see in the public. And also this child and Future, other than maybe seeing some pictures with Future holding his son or something, right? You don't know. I don't know. Let me say that. I don't know. So I want to be careful there. Understand that everything I'm about to say in this take is generally speaking, okay? It's not specific to Ciara, Russell Wilson, this child, and Future, because I don't know their dynamic. I don't know how close of a father Future is to the son. So I'm about to say this in general, okay? Don't clip me and fuck this up, people. Please. And shout out to the people that be clipping us on Twitter. You definitely have the green light to keep clipping us on Twitter, people. I appreciate that. I share it. Somebody clipped us the other day, sent it to David Banner. David Banner came back, said thank you and everything. It's always dope to see the appreciation for when we show people that type of love and flowers. That comes from y'all clipping us and moving us around. So y'all got the green light to do that. But anyway, if the father in this scenario, let's say Future, right? If the father has nothing to do with this child, if he's not in this child's life, if he's a shitty person, or he's distant, or maybe he never really claimed the child. Maybe he was, you know what I mean? It could have been, there'd be some of these dynamics where women give birth to a child. She's not the only person that was there that made it. She didn't make the child on her own. I get it. But she knows from conception. And I did this topic like last year. Let me jump over here real quick. Just to remind y'all where I stand. And I'm going to put Dave Chappelle in front of me in case the shots come. When Dave Chappelle did that skit, says, if you got the right to take half my shit and all that, I should have the right to be able to disown this motherfucker. Right? I'm butchering the topic, but, or the joke. But point being is, you have some women, they will approach that man, I'm pregnant. And it could be 1 month in, right? I don't want this to get too controversial. That man will clearly express to this woman, I'm not about this life. I don't want to be with you at this level. I don't want a child with you. I don't want a child, period. I'm not in favor of this situation, okay? If they lay down purely for sexual, not sexual, pleasure, right? which is like 99% of the time when people fuck anyway, right? People don't be laying down and saying, all right, you're ovulating, let's make a kid, right? They do that 1% of the time. The rest of the time, we just fucking having a good time. Let's keep it real, right? If you laid down, as a woman laid down and said, I'm trying to have a kid, and then you still did what you did, hey, this child needs to be here in a couple months, and we gotta figure this out. But y'all laid down for pleasure. I want to try to be serious. If y'all laid down for pleasure and something that, damn, I can't even say y'all both ain't playing because you never know. Sometimes people be trapping, men trap too. Some niggas might sit down with Beyonce or Rihanna and secretly pull off the condom or some shit. And women be trying to trap niggas too. All of a sudden, leg get wrapped, so you see my body start to shake. Wait, hold on, let me go. Wait. But I'm trying to fucking cover all these variables so I don't get in trouble. All right, I'm trying to stay on the state of course, ARP. Point being, if there wasn't intentions of conceiving, and then it's discussed that there's a problem here. If the woman continues forward and says, well, I'm having this child, right? I think you create a lot of gray area for possible problems to come your way, to say the least. Okay. That man expressed where he stood. So if you are going to be a woman and a man that is supportive of, can I say the A word, the AB, the ABO? Can I say that word? Certain people fight for those rights. They vote for those rights. Yet you don't practice them for whatever reasons, even though you know that you have a problem in front of you, meaning that you guys are not on the same page or not in agreement about that child that was just conceived and is on the way months from now. If you are going to fight for those rights, yet you don't exercise them, you may have an agenda. Either one of y'all, man or woman. Oh, yeah, we're calling a spade a spade. Sorry, it's true right now. Okay? Then when the problems happen, it's like, duh. All right, let's move forward now. Next step. Future, I haven't seen that is a scenario with this child. Okay? I haven't heard or seen that. Let's say he is a willing father, meaning that he's there when he's there as much as possible. Maybe some birthdays, maybe some graduations, because Future's a Rolling Stone type, right? Allegedly, there's got a million women, a bunch of baby mamas or whatever, So I'm trying to cut him some slack and say he's there when he can be. I don't know. But anyway, it's his life. But he's presenting a father, Changing that child's last name, I would disagree with them. That kid should be growing up with the last name of the people that conceived him, that created him. If there was spite involved in this last name being changed, I would have a huge problem with Ciara, but I don't know that. And Russell Wilson is there. And he may be raising that child like it's his own. So credit to them if that's the case. That's dope. But I just feel like that's one of those things you don't mess with. Like, let's say you and I got together, things didn't work out. We had a child together. We're not together. You're now with this woman and I'm now with this guy over here. Cool. Right? You guys both went your different directions, but a child is still here. Amicably. That's the best case scenario, right? You can't replace what you did with Future. You can't try to erase what you did with Future. Two things that should never happen then. You should never try to prevent Future from being in his son's life, if that's what he's trying to do. And I just feel like the second one is you should never try to change his last name. The only way this name gets justified to me for a change is if Future he's absent. And it's like, fuck it. Because watch this now. This all bleeds into the very first comment I see here. This woman, I had to call it out as a woman, says, good. Now he doesn't have to be the only one with a different last name. Growing up with a different last name in a household could be very uncomfortable, could be problematic at times too, even legally. You walk into a hospital, only family could be here that has a last name. You get it? life insurance policies or people's wills, and there's a lot of things that when not sharing last names can come into play. I understand that, but I'm just talking about a child growing up with a certain understanding and having a certain type of allowance for the father if he's present. Nah, this first comment is not a great comment. Just so they can have the last name. You can't just bank on that because both Ciara and Future didn't make it work. You get it? All right. And you don't jump out there and just start defending Ciara and taking her side because she's got a capable man now in the house with this child. And this ain't even bashing Ciara right here. This is what I brought up. You know, everybody got a past. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a bash at all. But they got her up here with Lloyd. I don't even remember who this guy is. Bow Wow, 50 Cent, Amari Stoudemire, Cam Newton, Future, Russell Wilson. Some women's probably like, shit, if you're a woman out here and you're having these relationships, some work, some don't, you know, at least go after established men, right? Some women's, I'm just saying, it worked out with this guy. Russell Wilson, that's cool, right? And Future got a resume and a half too. Everybody out here with a resume. Don't try to change somebody's lineage or somebody's history or somebody's last name, or definitely don't go the step further, which is blocking somebody's ability to be present. No, this son should be growing up knowing this person is here. This person you might even end up respecting more. This person you might even end up loving more. That's totally fine. But the person that created you is this man right here. And if he's present, don't fuck with that. Leave that alone. That's my point. All right. I spent more time on that than I thought I was going to be honest. All right, let's go to Druski. Druski, is this controversial to y'all? All right. Druski wants to know, is he canceled after the NASCAR skit? So I saw the NASCAR skit like a day or two ago. I didn't bring it up on the stream, but now that there's alleged controversy behind it, let's talk about it. Let's do it. All right. So did anybody see it? I'm going to play it for y'all in case you missed it. But the aftermath of him going to NASCAR and putting on full body paint, tattoos, face, wig, everything to pose is like, for lack of better words, respectfully, like a redneck white, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at this, the fake tan marks and shit. Y'all see this? I guess now it's some people are challenging it and saying, wait, we got an issue with this. And he puts this video out, I guess. Let me say this real quick before we play the NASCAR skit. To me, Druski is he's my favorite new comedian, right? The skits and his natural comedic ability. To me, he's the new wave. I fuck with Druski. I think he's the funniest nigga out. That whole could have been records or should have been records, and the way he does that act and that shtick, he's one of them. I hope he gets all the opportunities in the world, just like our prior greats did. If he can go to the top like a Richard Pryor and a Eddie Murphy and the Chris Tuckers and the Martin Lawrences and all that of the world and the Kevin Harts of the world, I hope he does. I think he is that talented. Okay. Controversy wise, he's had one of these before. The controversy of was he streaming with Casanat? Was it that one? Right? And he called the kid fat or whatever. He started, ranting at the kid or whatever. And the mother had an issue and, body shaming and saying certain things that we used to be able to, the F word is gone. Don't say that no more. You know what I'm saying? Don't call people fat no more. You might get sued for $24 million for body shaming. Even the word body shaming annoys the fuck out of me. Body shaming. Girl, you know how many things people said to me as a kid? You know what I'm saying? I grew up skinny. It's skinny this, skinny that, too. I don't know. Get braces. They call you train. Like, the fuck? Like, y'all so sensitive. It's crazy. And y'all sue for millions of dollars over this shit. But anyway, I remember you had that controversy. In today's society, yeah, he had to be more careful with that one. Kid involved. Kid is always gonna go over bad. But this one, I'm gonna play this for y'all, and then I'm gonna tell y'all at the end. It's only 2 minutes. I'm gonna tell you at the end why this gets the ultimate pass. Regardless of whether you feel like this is controversial or bad, right, wrong, or not, I'm gonna show you the ultimate pass at the end of this. All right, check it out.
Here's the love. Here's the honor. If you can't come in her, come on there. Born in the USA. Woo! Born in the USA. Hey, Suanna.
She's not listening.
Hey, come on. You need to listen to your nana. Go ahead, baby.
6 o'clock.
Girl, you crazy now. Hey, me, Ma. How you doing, baby? All right now. Hey, you lost, boy? No, I'm going to the race. What race? NASCAR. You going to NASCAR? Yes, sir. You ain't lost, did you? No, I'm good. I'm going to the race, sir. Sure about that? Yes, sir. Find something safe to do, boy. Liquor don't kill us, pussy mud.
He's sick.
Yeah! Woo! Bring on the troops, baby! Oh, that fucker will go. I see. Dan Arthur.
Bring you guys there.
Dan Arthur. Oh, South Dakota.
Yeah.
Yo.
Deborah, proud to be American.
Yo, dare I say he did an incredible job as well doing it. He did real good. I'll tell you, this guy he's great. He's gonna be an all-time great. I just hope he continues to stay out of trouble, stay out the way, and keep getting the opportunities that his talent deserves. Now, it actually happened 3 times. I was going to key in on one because I already watched this. I was going to key in on this one, but there's 3. I just picked up 2 more on the replay. The first one, a black guy walks by and he spits on the floor. Okay. Actually, there's 4. My bad. And he spits on the floor. Okay. 2, the song that he's playing in the car, and as he's pulling up on other people and saluting them, the born in the USA, I was right. That's 2. Y'all catching it? Let me skip this one and go to the 4th one. The national anthem at the end, where he proudly takes off his hat, right? There's relevance there. It's this whole theme that's baked in there, whether you guys are catching it or not. Now, let me get into the most visible one, which is right here, when he pulls over randomly on a black man minding his own business, spits again on the floor, asks him, like, are you lost? What are you doing out here? And the black guy he looks scared. He looks compliant. Like, oh, no, I'm just going over here, sir. You know what I'm saying? And then he pulls off saying, find you something safe to do. Right? He's not a cop, right? It's just a white guy in a fucking in overalls, pulling over on a random black guy and checking him and spitting on the floor. Right? The theme of this is the born in the US, being in America. And y'all are not gonna let me get to 2025 and let me lose sight of our history. Dare I say, people, this part of the video right here looks like the black guy is not a part of the skit. Let me play it. Like he sounds. If the black guy is a part of the skit, this black kid is an amazing actor. He seems very, very worried a little. He seems a little scared too. And his compliance is like, no, I'm just going this way. I'm just going this way. This don't seem like an act right here. It looks like he really pulled up on a black guy and got some footage that worked out for the edit.
Sure about that?
Yes, sir.
What race?
NASCAR race.
You going to NASCAR?
Yes, sir. A little bit.
You ain't lost, is you?
No, I'm good. I'm going to the race, sir.
Sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Find something safe to do, boy.
I swear on everything. That scene looked real. I mean, Druski is obviously in skit mode, and he's got his cameraman in the passenger seat, but it don't look like that black guy was a part of the skit. It looked real. He had a real natural reaction. So, where's NASCAR? Oh, don't make me go too far today, people. Where is NASCAR held? Where was this? I want to know where this was. I don't want to open up the rabbit hole all the way this morning, people, but Daytona Beach, South Florida. You got one that's in out. Where I don't see it. Where is the one that just took place? Don't tell me Alabama. Mississippi or some shit. Most recent ones. You got one in Georgia. There's a lot of bad areas of Georgia. You know, Georgia is notorious for certain areas where you're going to see them Confederate flags all over the place. South Carolina. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it was. Okay. All relevant, you know. And then the national anthem at the end where he proudly takes off his hat. You know, it's just like, don't lose parallels into like shit, Kaepernick and whatnot, right? Don't ever lose parallels, people. This skit, to me, has way more depth than just a laugh of this guy walking around with a painted body and face. You know, I wonder what his real if you had a conversation with Druski, I wonder what he would tell you his experience was like, not just the 3 minute of footage that's edited and put out for us. I wonder if he says, well, all day, this happened with this person, this black guy over here, this white guy over here. These people brought me in. They treated me different. Hell, I had this conversation over here and they was talking about black people. I bet you he was treated a certain way in certain conversations or in certain moments. To go through a whole day like this with people really thinking that you're acting this out and people bringing you into certain drinking huddles and whatnot. I wonder. If you want to make this controversial, you want to know what you make it controversial about? Infiltration, bitch nigga. Infiltration. Y'all might feel, some of y'all that might be offended, y'all might feel infiltrated. Like somebody done snuck up in here acting like a redneck and got pieces of the skit where he's exposing that racism's still alive. We just be concealing it. That skit with that black guy, man, I want to know if that was if that black guy was in on it. I don't think so. Even if he is, it don't change nothing. Because the way he's spitting and he's talking to the black guy, Druski is proving the point. Who got issue with this skit? Raise your hand, stand up so we could identify you. Fuck out of here. Great job. Great job, Druski. Infiltrate and expose. Let us know who they are. Stand up and show me who's mad. Let me get up out of here for that one because I'll be feeling the frustration building up a little bit. Let me get up off that. All right, let's get into some sports. This got a lot of legs. I can't even call it legs. I think I see ESPN and a bunch of major talk shows already talking about it. This could be bad. This is one of those Drake UMG type of things where if Drake wins, a lot in the music industry gets new laws come in, new rules come in, new sanctions. The fans figure out more. The NBA gets hurt bad by something like this. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. All right, let me read it. Los Angeles Clippers owner Steve Ballmer and Kawhi Leonard allegedly set up a fake and fraudulent LLC company to pay Kawhi an extra $28 million in order to surpass the NBA salary cap and get him to sign with the Clippers. Man, listen, if you guys pay attention to things like free agency and whatnot, there's rules up against even like certain team coaches and owners talking to players and certain, because they feel like that's like what do you call that? I forget the word, but it's like you can't just walk up on a college student if you're the owner of the Hornets and be like, hey man, I like how good you play. Here, by the way, hold on to this $50,000. Wait a minute. You know, as like, I don't know, coercion might not be the word, but let me let this guy break it down for y'all. This is bad for the NBA.
Going to be the biggest NBA scandal of all time, maybe in all of sports. And this story is absolutely insane. And surprisingly, it all involves Kawhi Leonard and planting trees. Let me get into this. So first and foremost, this was all found out by Pablo Torre here, who has a podcast called Pablo Finds Out. So Pablo saw that a lot of NBA executives were very suspicious about how Steve Ballmer landed Kawhi Leonard on the Clippers. If you don't know who Steve Ballmer is, he's the former CEO of Microsoft. He owns the Clippers, and he has enough money to do whatever the fuck he wants. Now, apparently, the NBA actually looked into this free agency acquisition and was like, hey, we didn't find anything. He didn't do anything to sweeten the deal, so it's cool. But Pablo was like, nah, there's no way. So Pablo did a little more digging, and he found that Steve Ballmer is a huge investor, about $50 million worth, in this tree planting company called Aspire. Now, that company, Aspire, actually went bankrupt, so Pablo looked into their bankruptcy filings to see who they owed money to. And the list included the Clippers, the Red Sox, but also this other tiny little company called KL2 Aspire. Now, just look at this picture and let me ask you who you think the owner of KL2 Aspire is. Kawhi Leonard 2. If you look at the agreement, it says that the company, Aspiration, is required to pay KL2 $28 million and will pay it $7 million every single year. And there's also another part of the agreement that says if Kawhi retires or he goes to another NBA team, he won't get his money. Now, on top of that, I don't have a picture. It says that Kawhi doesn't have to do anything. Basically, he doesn't need to market. He doesn't need to go to events. He just needs to sit around and collect $7 million every single freaking year. So if you're not understanding what the hell is going on here, Steve Ballmer allegedly made a fake fraudulent shell company so he could pay Kawhi Leonard an extra $28 million freaking dollars to get him on the Clippers in free agency. Not because he doesn't have $28 million, but because there's a salary cap that he can't surpass. So by doing this, basically Kawhi Leonard and Steve Ballmer engaged in fraud, allegedly, and essentially fucked the NBA salary cap. And I can almost guarantee you this has probably happened hundreds of times before. They're just the only ones that get caught. This is going to be the biggest.
But that's what happens when you get caught, allegedly. Everything starts to change around you. Like, okay, this DJ took payola for this particular single. Okay, now all DJs is going to be put under the microscope. All teams, all players, or maybe new auditing rules coming. You sign a big free agent. Okay, now we got to audit all your fucking all your bank accounts now and prove that you didn't, as the ex-CEO of Microsoft, didn't throw somebody an extra $20 million just to land them. Like, yo. And then it being Kawhi is bad as well, because you know what a lot of people are already looking at? The fact that he sits his ass on that bench half of the fucking season, right? We can't get him on the court, it seems. I mean, last playoff, I mean, he was around towards the end of last season, but his reputation has been fucked up after the Spurs and after Toronto, right? After he won that championship, his legacy has been greatly, it might have been cut in half. You can't forget what he did on the Spurs and the fact that he took Toronto, he just a pit stop at Toronto and took them to their first chip. His career is supposed to be talked about. You know, people were comparing him to the greats, but this second half of his legacy has been tarnished so fucking bad by sitting out and injuries and whatnot. And now you got this type of controversy around your name. They're going to tie this to you sitting down and saying, shit, I don't need y'all fucking money. I'm getting some fraudulent funds behind the scenes just to sit here. I don't got to worry about the NBA money because I'm already covered. Like, all of that is going to come into question, right? Your fans, boy. Who joked about Kobe when he went through his R allegations? Who joked about it? Was it Chappelle? Somebody joked and said when Kobe was going through that shit, when he was on the court, he was playing at his best. He was playing like he was out there playing for his freedom. What comedian said that? Was it Chris Rock? Damn, one of these comedians said he was out there balling his ass off, like he was really out there trying to. He said like somebody threw him the ball and said, "Go play for your freedom." Remember that joke? It might have been Chappelle. Anyway, point being is Kawhi. You know, allegations like this come out. you better it was Chappelle, right? Yeah, it was. Okay, y'all with me. Thank you, chat. You better get your ass on the court this season and make it look regular, bare minimum. You know, because every time he sits out, every time he looks like, oh, it's his toe or some shit on some Joel Embiid shit, they're gonna be like, yeah, because you already got this going on behind everybody back, and you're gonna let down the whole franchise's fan base because now this spotlight is on you for this. This is and the after effect. You see what he said at the end? Totally agree. You think this person would be the only person in the world to set something up like this? Shit, the owners probably told, yo, how'd you get Scottie Pippen that time? Man, salary cap. Fuck, you really followed a salary cap? You was a fool. What you mean? You followed a salary cap? Nigga, all you got to do is set up a little trust fund over here, whatever. Throw a little, if the guy really wants 70 and all you can go up to for the salary cap is to get a nigga 50, just give him the other 20 and some other shit. Like, why didn't I think of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got rumors, you got all types of shit. But y'all are the ones that got caught. Follow this. This will be one of the biggest NBA stories of the year. I don't know about scandals ever. Depends how big it is. If other teams and free agency signings start to get exposed, then yes, it will be the root of one of the biggest NBA scandals ever. There'll always be shit like this that comes around, paid off refs, players that are gambling and taking falls during the games and shit like that. This is going to be a big scandal, allegedly. All right, let's stay with sports. I just happened to come across 3, so I said, all right, sports segment. Anderson Silva, Hall of Famer, one of the best MMA mixed martial arts fighters in mixed martial arts history. Somebody I have a lot of respect for. Somebody I watch probably every single one of his UFC fights. Anderson Silva has received $10.3 million in UFC antitrust lawsuit settlement. The lawsuit was first filed back in 2014, 11 years later. Damn, for 10.3, a lot of people's gonna hang in there, right? Fuck it. Plus, he got the lawyer money. It is what it is. The lawsuit was first filed back in 2014. So he kept fighting for them while he was suing them. Business is business, huh? Okay. Arguing that the UFC engaged in a scheme to acquire and maintain monopsony. That almost feels like a monopoly type of word. Power in the market for elite professional MMA fighter services. The fighters claimed UFC achieved the goal through exclusive contracts, coercion, and acquisitions that eliminated potential competitors. This made me think about conversations around battle rap. Real shit. I'm not having some fucking, moment taking a shot. I'm dead serious because I like real legitimate business knowledge. When I came into battle rap, people were telling me he's the best businessman. It really was because I was paying everybody on time and I was just contracting and communicating in a way that I guess battle rap business wasn't used to, unfortunately. But that was always my reputation. One of the best businessmen in this bitch. Okay. So I'm interested in stuff like this. And I was also a guy that came out and tried to tell y'all contractors and employees are different. They're not the same. Right. I owned a hair and nail salon once upon a time. Right. I had to sit down and decipher the differences between having an employee and paying into benefits and certain legalities and certain things that I'm responsible for versus contractor. And the thing about like a battle rapper as a contractor, right? There's certain things in your contract that is either legal, incorrect, or could never hold up in court. Like certain exclusivity type of terms, like, for example, if I'm an employee, I have an agreed upon expectation, like when I get paid, when I do this job, et cetera, et cetera. Like if some of these battle rappers are signing what they think are exclusivity contracts, but they have open-ended clauses. Like, where's the opponents? Where's the schedule? Where's the pay guarantee schedule? Where, you know what I'm saying? Where's the performance dates? Like, well, I said schedule, but having certain things open-ended automatically trashes certain type of contractual stipulations. But in battle rap, you know, niggas either are scared to sue, don't know that they can, or they don't give a fuck about real business. They just signing a contract just to sign it, or they broke, or they think that it makes you look bad. So, no. If you're gonna sign a contract, you are entering into business, not the streets. Wake up, okay? And the UFC just lost 10.3 behind it. 10.3. 10.3. You can't make certain moves towards your competitors. There's laws that protect competition because competition bolsters the economy. Okay? The economy wants both Apple and Android. The economy wants both BMW and Mercedes, McDonald's and Burger King. Okay? The competition, if you're UMG, I get to eat off of Kendrick and Drake. You know, like whether you're the owner, whether you're talking about economically, whether you're talking about, there's laws to protect competition. Real shit. Real shit. You can't monopoly. There's laws against monopoly. Duh. Right? Or certain approaches to monopolizing. Maybe that's a better way to say it. Okay? So on the battle rap side, don't as a league and as a battle rapper, don't let yourself get threatened behind some shit that's incorrect. And y'all have been doing it for years from what I hear, allegedly. What I hear. I don't know nothing about nothing. What I hear, y'all be getting threatened, leagues and battlers, into doing shit that is incorrect. All right? You're not an employee. Yeah, well, Kevin Durant, he can't just wake up one day and play for this team and the next day decide to play for a different team. He's employed by the team he's playing for right now. Completely different. So tell that example to an idiot. And there's a lot of idiots that'll listen to that shit. If you're a fucking private contractor, some of that shit in your contract don't make no fucking sense. And then y'all get threatened into doing stupid shit that you're not supposed to do. And if it happens to you, call a fucking lawyer. God forbid there's more than 3 lawyers existing in battle rap. Battle rap's business can never move up. We keep doing the same shit and allowing the same fuck shit to take place. We don't have a standard. We don't. But anyway, he proved this for one of the biggest companies, sports companies ever, UFC, to be wrong. And it's funny that they end up settling with him and giving this money after that new deal that they just closed out. They say, hey, we got an extra $10 million, man. Here, take it. It is what it is, man. Do your homework. Speak to lawyers, okay? Don't get yanked off of them cards like a sucker. Man, watch out. Suckers. You soft. You got yanked over a car, you's a sucker. Man, watch out. I'm gonna stand on something, bitch, nigga. Anyway, now I'm speaking in general. If you happen to look in the mirror and the shoe fits, then just accept it. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to y'all in general, okay? Do y'all want to see this one? Staying on sports? Y'all want to see this? Floyd and Tyson. Sadly, as a real boxing fan, you know how like you know something is just like, and yet you're still there. Like some of y'all are in relationships like that right now. Oh shit! Some of y'all are literally in relationships. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I still want to see it for some stupid ass reason. Like, I just won't lie to y'all. I won't lie to myself. I'm just being real. Don't be the person, right, that sees this going around and be like, what? How old is Floyd now? Hold on. How old is Floyd Mayweather? And I know he keeps himself in great shape. Strong guy. He's 48 years old. Wow. Old is... Like, how did I even be clearing you old motherfuckers for physical combat license wise? Oh my, 59. He's about to turn 60. He might turn 60 by the time this fight takes place. Hold on, we let George Foreman do it. How long was George? Sure, he got the record, right? Foreman, when he reclaimed the heavy, and he's in the books for that heavyweight title. How old was George when he did it? He's 45, right? How old was he during his final boxing match? What was did I say George Floyd? Was I? I don't know. I meant to say George Foreman. Anyway, he's 48. All right, so George Foreman's last fight was at 48. He's in the record books for some shit he did at 45. And Floyd is 48 as well. Tyson is about to turn 60. We don't even got a date on this. It just says 2026. I'm just gonna assume, yeah, Tyson gonna be 60. 108 years between both of y'all in the ring. Oh, they're not even the same weight class. One's a heavyweight and one weighs 108 pounds. That's crazy. But we're gonna watch it. I'm telling you right now, no bullshit. If the pay-per-view pops up and that shit costs $150, I'm paying it. I gotta see it. Because y'all got a lot of y'all self and you be like, man, this is bullshit. I ain't watching that shit. And the night of, you're gonna be like, yo, what's happening? Who got the link? It's kind of a mockery a little bit, but business is business, and it's an attraction, man. Two of the biggest, most polarizing sports figures in boxing history. And let's add this last element, people. The post-retirement boxing fights are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. We just saw Clarissa Shields calling out Layla Ali. Right. I thought that if Ali comes back, she's gonna get her ass whooped. She's too old. We just watched Tyson and Jake Paul fake ass fight. We watched UFC and boxers get into the ring together for some post retirement, whatever. Let's do some stupid shit. We're seeing all types of shit. It's business driven, like it always has been. It's not about upholding the sport. So you just gotta accept it. You're gonna keep seeing it. If you get a lot of traction from YouTube, like the Paul brothers or some shit, you might be one of the biggest box office draws in a game, and they are. And Jake Paul is. He is. Right now, he's one of the biggest draws. How crazy is that? Somebody that y'all don't even really give full credit for being an established, real legitimate, growing up boxer. He's one of the biggest draws. So accept the truth. It's going to keep happening. And let's just try to enjoy this fight. Fuck it. That's the best I could do. That's all I could do. All right. I told you I was saving Drake for last because I really don't got much to say because I haven't seen it yet. And because of the audio, I'm not really going to play it. And I know I got to start watching a bunch of breakdowns after watching it. It's this the Iceman episode 3, y'all, of course. It's an hour and 35 minutes long. So there's a lot of visuals. There's some new music that might have been debuted, beats that are being debuted from the album, I think. But even when you skim it, you could tell. Oh my God. Even when you skim it, you could tell this is going to be one of those. You got to just break it down. And remember when Kendrick did the Super Bowl commercial announcement and they panned out and they showed like the number of stars that was shown on the flag and everything, and it meant something. They're going to have to do that with this fucking video, man. How many seats and why is these colors and what's written on his jacket? What's he looking at on his phone and what's he holding in the bag right here? And some of it is going to be intentional for real. Like once upon a time, you could probably reach and be like, y'all niggas is doing too much. But no, Drake and Kendrick, they spending so much time doing this type of shit. So I'm kind of annoyed, but at the same time, I just know that that's what's going to be happening in this shit. Like, we're going to have to decipher all of these scenes, the people in them, the background, how many chairs are there? You know, who's this guy? Is that one of the main guys from the biker gang, or is he a security? Why is he wearing red? And it's all gonna be that. Everything I feel in this bitch is intentional, man. And I don't got time for it, but I'm gonna make time for it. You know, hopefully what'll happen, hopefully Drake and his camp get all this information to What's the Dirt ASAP, and he could just do like a breakdown. Because What's the Dirt, man, hey, salute to you, man. I'm just one of those guys that believes that you are fully compromised at this point. And I think I saw like a little change in your content, and it feels like you're getting information from the sources. And that's fine. That's fine. So do your breakdowns, and I'm gonna tune in, homie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. But I ain't gonna watch this shit with that type of eye. I'm probably gonna watch it just for the visuals, for the music, for the obvious shit. Look at this, like the Pinocchios, like the line, like, come on, man. I'm not doing no breakdown for this. It's an hour, 35 minutes, B. All of this shit gonna mean something. Look at this shit. It's all intentional. Oh, and then somebody writes legacy on the side. Is that supposed to be written in blood? Legacy. Legacy. Yeah. Legacy. There's gonna be stupid shit that comes out. Watch, like he did the A this way because it really, you know, I'm telling you, man. They left a little light mark in the E and then the A because, and this one shakes his head yes first because, and then when he throws the ice on the legacy, I didn't even notice that they all have a cube of ice on their plate. And the reason why it never melted is because I'm getting annoyed. And then he throws his and then he walks off second because, and then he looks down first. He looks over to his friend. His friend acknowledges. He looks and sees the other two did it, and then he follows. And he said, so now we're understanding that it's about following each other, opposed to upholding true legacy and stats. And his don't touch the word legacy because his is. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, you know I ain't lying right now. Y'all know I ain't lying. What's this? Okay. I like the fireplace in the background. I like the aesthetics. Little projector. Where's the projector? I see where's the projector? Oh, it's a short throw. The projector's right here on the floor. It's a short throw. Yeah. Oh no, that's not the projector. I don't know. What's she watching? What's she drinking? What's written on her pants right here? Who's in the pictures in the background? How many candles are lit in the chandelier? Why are the doors open and not closed? Why in a mega place like this, there's a space heater in the corner? It's gonna happen, man. Y'all know it is. What's this? Oh, and then you come back later. Now there's more ice cubes on the legacy. And I don't know. Count the people. How come this room and this room right here are empty? How come this one guy is wearing red and nobody else is? I see why people are annoyed because they feel like they watched an hour and 95-minute video and left with no fucking clear understanding. What's this? What's
Girl, I'm picky and you my number one.
That sounds all right, by the way. That song. The man's capable. Nobody ever said that he's not capable of making good music. It's just what's his inspiration. Man, how's it end? Was it like a goodbye or something? What is this? Uh-oh. One of the Pinocchios walk in from the left. He turns. A bunch of music playing, so I gotta still be easy here. Uh-oh, another one walked in. Fast forward a little bit. And as the second one walks in, Drake takes off his bag and puts it down by his side in case he got to reach in. Oh, he turns around and says, if you got to shoot me, or if you're going to arrest me, I don't fucking know. He's playing red light, green light. This is Squid Game shit right here. Red light. Come on, turn around, Drake. Turn around. Red light. Oh, my God. Rest in peace, Giorgio Armani, by the way. Yes. I don't know. Thank you. Man, watch out. Thank you, Jay, because I almost left the Drake segment without getting in our theme. Man, watch out. All right. It's not good, man. He's one of the biggest people in the world these days. And notice I didn't say streamer. He's one of the biggest people. Guys, tonight.
Biggest waste of my fucking time of all time. The biggest waste of my god. RP to Armani. RP to Armani. RP to Armani. Yo, I can't fake it. That was ass. I can't fake it. I actually can't fake it. I actually can't fake it. That was so ass.
Man, watch out. I don't know. Let's take it back to the gate real quick. Staten Island shit, by the way. Ghost advises Drake to blow off Culture Vulture label. Yeah, you sitting down with Bobby talking about how sensitive you are towards being a Culture Vulture didn't help that much. Yo, look at this meme. Oh my God. Wow. Look at the memes, V. Let's check it out.
Oh.
How you doing, love?
Good.
It's a fire hat, G.
Did you hear about Drake being sensitive about being a culture vulture?
Happy about who?
Drake.
What about him?
He opened up on a podcast saying that like he's sensitive about people calling him a culture vulture.
Oh, man, listen. They call worse than that, man. You need to chill out, you know?
Thank you.
Like body shaming. Call worse than that. Body shaming. Fat. Call me fat. 24 million. Man, watch out. Oh shit. I don't think it was good for him to really lay into that topic like that. But I ain't gonna do too much here in the Drake segment. I'll just say this. Dude, if you're that sensitive towards being a culture vulture, people's gonna wonder why, right? It's like a black man saying the word nigga versus somebody that's biracial, right? If you get called out, or if somebody questions you, says, "Hey, I think you're saying a word that you shouldn't say," or like in this case, calling you culture vulture, you feel more sensitive towards it because there's something already there. Like I remember with Jims, right? Jims says nigga in a lot of his raps, in a lot of his battles and whatnot. But I remember we was shooting RBE Visions, you know, that like YouTube series that RBE was putting together. And when we got to like one of the scenes, like, you know, on one of the locations, he's telling me, he's like, because I wrote the script, you know, and he wasn't it's either, I don't know if I wrote it into the script, or I don't remember if I just picked up on his regular talking and I noticed the difference. Either one. I don't want to be inaccurate. Cameras was off. I'm just like, yo, you don't say nigga now, huh? And he was told me he was uncomfortable in that particular arena. You know, he's like, well, for this, I just don't want to say nigga for this. You know, so you got to ask yourself, like, if you're comfortable with the word, you're comfortable with the word. I'm not talking about black people. We own it. I'm talking about mixed cultures, or like if you have mixed, you know what I'm saying? No different for Drake. Half white, half black, half Jewish, half black, right? So when Kendrick says, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more, and then you come back and you start it with, nigga, I said it, I hope that you're mad, I clear the figure, and then you have your mother say, maybe you shouldn't say the word, right? You're doing it because you're trying to show like, no, I can. If he was fully comfortable in his blackness, that would have never even, he wouldn't have started the song with that. Like, it's like if somebody jumps in the chat right now, makes a video about me right now and say, yo, ARP shouldn't be saying the word nigga, I wouldn't feel that compelled. Like, it wouldn't bother me like that because I'm 1,000% black. My culture my lineage, my ancestry owns that shit. Live through that shit. You know? I'm 100,000,000% black. So there's no uncomfort, but Drake is uncomfortable because remember, the term culture vulture often gets applied to people that you feel are not of the original descent of the culture creators, i.e. black culture, i.e. hip hop from black culture or black men and women. Okay. So you never felt fully comfortable. And that's why you spent that type of energy with Bobby sitting up there like, nah, I don't like when they do that. And I feel away. And I guess I'd rather just retract it and not work with anybody then or whatever. If you was really comfortable in your blackness, it wouldn't be like, nigga, I said it. I hope that you mad. I ended up clicking on friendly jab. I know you did it. I got to go bad. I got to go bad. You wouldn't do that. I'm just saying, man. We got close, man. Watch out. Take that shit down. That allows me to go to my outro of the real GOAT. I don't care about no fucking charts or no numbers or no streams or no albums or no. I don't care about it, B. Drake, a long time ago, you lost the opportunity to be the GOAT. You was knocking on that door. You was in the room. You was stating your claim, B. But the real GOAT shall remain, B. It is what it is.
Remember when Jay-Z dropped Magna Carta and it broke the internet? That wasn't just an album launch. It was a $20 million business move. Let me explain. Back then, album sales were tanking. Streaming wasn't huge yet, but Samsung wanted cultural relevance and Jay-Z wanted distribution power. So Samsung cut a $20 million deal to buy 1 million copies of Jay-Z's album before it even dropped. Fans got it free on Galaxy phones. Jay-Z got a platinum plaque on day one. Samsung didn't buy ads, they bought the culture. And Jay-Z didn't just sell music, he sold access. And that move predicted the future. Partnerships where brands pay to borrow credibility from creators. This wasn't an endorsement. It was equity thinking before influencer marketing even had a name. So was Magna Carta really that revolutionary? Musically, maybe not, but as a business move, game-changing. Remember when Jay-Z dropped Magna Carta and it broke the internet? That was...
I was just starting to get into the Humpty dance. I was going across all of them. Fuck around, stand up, do the running man, everything, B. Jump over my leg, kid and play style. I would have had y'all, but it cut off or finished. But anyway, super innovation, right? Does he got the top spot now? He's a lot of separations, like 2.5 billion. First musician or the top musician with that, something like that, right? 2.5. Create the separation, man. In time, and he always said that type of shit. Like in time, you will see the moves, the decisions, the relationships, the good and the bad. That's your real GOAT, B. That's your real GOAT. Thank God you beat those allegations, man, because that would have fucked it up. I was very upset during those times, man. All right, we done. We got our trio, a new member at 5:32 a.m. Now, if you became a member at 5:32 a.m., this is the first joint that's here. The stream still started on time at 6 a.m. Was this a gift? Do gifts cross over from one stream to the next, or was this you going up to the top of the channel and say, yeah, it's time for me to green team up? Either way, welcome. We're a secret society. All we ask is trust. So shout out to you, man. Welcome to our members, of course. Jay's in the building. Jay says, morning, brick by brick. Once again, as always, I don't know if the 2 means something. She's got me paying attention to all that shit all the time. That was 5 minutes before we started. 5:55, she came in. She said, man, watch out. So Capo. Capo's here from Also Our Checks and Balances team. One of our members and our mods. He says ARP and whatever emoji that was, that stream y'all fucked up. Shout out to you, a salute to you, or something like that. Either way, 100 brick by brick. You already know. Happy Friday, G. Appreciate you. Jay at 608 says, what battlers do you think will have the best watch out bar? I think K-Shine, Nitty, and Twerk will have fire was. For the names you put up there, I would go with Nitty. I mean, not Nitty. I would go with Twerk. Man, watch out. Young Thug we got a lot of big cards and battles coming up, some that aren't even announced. So fourth quarter for battle rap is going to be very enjoyable. Glad to see it. Can't wait. Shit, next weekend we're going to see Hitman versus Mook. I got a prediction coming for y'all on that one video. But we could almost guarantee Young Thug bars, just like we could almost guarantee another audio clip dropping today, right? Man, watch out. Nikita says he only apologizing because it got leaked. Yeah. If anybody also, I try to give him an out earlier in the stream. I don't know if it's gonna work. I tried to help him. The other out is accountability. Gotta give him a point for that. He has never came out during any of these leaks. Yo, that's not me. Yo, that's AI. Nothing like that. Came out, apologized. You know, gotta give him a point for that. Come on, people. Come on. He's fucked himself up very bad. But for Glow, he apologized. So, you know what I'm saying? Give him that a little bit. Also, Nikita's reminding y'all, hit that like button, share stream, join the green team. Of course. We was 13 minutes in at that point. Jay with a big super says, why not discuss productive things on the phone? We haven't heard anything positive on a phone call yet. He was talking shit about people living their best life on the outside and not worried about him. You want to know what's so sad about this comment, Jay? You're right. But if he is saying productive stuff in any of those calls, you got to assume that he was, right? With all his phone time, he was in there for 2 years, 2+ years, right? So they're just never going to put it out, right? Why would they? This is an obvious target destruction of his relationships, his credibility, his reputation, and also see if we can stir some shit up out there and bring some new charges on you motherfuckers. So it's definitely an attack. You don't say good things about somebody that you're attacking, right? So even if he did, he might get in that interview and be like, man, watch out, man. Like Lil Durk, y'all ain't gonna put out the call when I was. No, they're not. They're not. You might talk about it, but they're not gonna put it out. Man, listen. Enter the mind of a madman, drops off a super and says, men should be able to slide in a woman DMs and at the same time lie to his girl saying she ugly. I would never get with her. Art of cheating. So that was along the lines of the out that I gave him. I said, if that's his girlfriend that he's on the phone with and she's outside, we know the reputation of, women while their niggas is locked up. You hear those horror stories all the time. So, that would be his out. I tried to help him there. Just come out and say, I said that because I was talking to my girl and I'm trying to make sure that she knows I have eyes for nobody but her because she's out there without me. And I used a popping girl that she did a performance with to make her really, really feel like, oh man, I love my boo. Because they did shows together, her and Glorilla. That's the excuse. I'm telling you, Young Thug, when you do an interview, use that. Your fan base will accept that. I'm telling you. They will. Use it. And Divine Truth Out Live says, do you believe this is my first live? Peace, ARP. Welcome to the stream, homie. Thank you for catching us. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. and Saturdays and Sundays as well, but the time is not locked down. On Saturdays and Sundays, I always get here in the morning, but some mornings is 7, some is 8, some is 9, so forth and so on. But Monday through Friday, absolutely 6 a.m. We are here consistently. Don't ask me how I do it. I get it done. Shout out to Nikita again. Our member says if he adopted him, it's only right to add his name. Well, first keyword that you put there is add. I did mention that, like, I wasn't sure. Is this an addition and Future's last name still stays? You know? And I don't know all the dynamic of Future and Child, Future and Ciara and Russ and the Child. I don't know those dynamics. So I tried to generalize my take as much as possible. But I want to see a child that has a present father in his life. I want to see him keep that father's last name. You know, couples get together, they create lives, things don't work out. You don't erase that child's history if the father is present. You don't do that. You know, so there's some different lanes to that conversation. But I hear you though, Nikita. I hear you. We also got a new member, Augustine the King. Welcome to the Green Team. Welcome to the Secret Society. I'm Just a Vet is also a new member. Okay, so shout out to the new members coming in today, man. Welcome on a Friday. Y'all here. Y'all greening up. Nikita says, share and subscribe. Get your membership 1000%. Listen to that woman. What do we got for this one? Oh, an OG, Nuisance TV, 8 months in. Druski needs his own movie on his Eddie Murphy. I'm telling you, he's my favorite new wave comedian. I really, really fuck with that guy's natural talent and ability. He's great. He's great at what he does. I want to continue to see that man win. It was fucked up when I saw those charges on him too, and that's another reason why I was so tight when he came with the proof he came with. Try to put him on some Diddy shit over there. I was just like, this man's an up and coming star, man. Leave that little guy alone, that young guy alone. This was Jay's Watch Out. ARP, you got my Did Hurting You. What was that one? What was that one, love? What I miss? What did I miss? ARP, you got my Did Hurting You. What was that one? My bad. Let me come back over to the chat. I missed that. I did glance to see a full circle chat earlier from somebody. Says, is there going to be another full circle? Yes. I was on a clear course of putting together a card, and I started speaking to a couple people that was in some of the matchups that I wanted to do for this year. I don't know if I'm still going to do it to close the year out. I know I got the sponsored battle coming up, the Clips and the Shoonie. That's going to be dropping here for y'all members. Will I get another sponsor in or two before the year is out? Hopefully. If I do a full circle this year, I'm literally thinking about some of these months and shit I got going on. I got some trips booked. I got some big things going on. Some of these months coming up. It would have to be late November. That's like Thanksgiving time and shit. Or it have to be like early December. I don't know. I think it's better in January or February. And if we do like the meet and greet shit that a lot of people was talking about, then we got some dope matchups that I'm looking at doing. Full circle 2025 to keep it real, 35%. Okay. Full circle in 2026, 1,000,000%. Okay. Side. Side. I was driving. All right, let me come back. Hold on. What was that? Oh, got my side hurting. Why? What was we laughing at? I forget. Yeah, man, laughing is healthy, man. As long as y'all here having a good time. Chappelle skit when Dave got Oprah pregnant. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, he thought he did. He wished that he did. All right, happy Friday. We 150 in. It's almost 8 a.m. Appreciate y'all once again, man. Fun stream. Who wants to bet? $20 bet. Who wants to bet for Young Thug? You don't know? Want to know what? I'm gonna go left here on this Friday. $20 bet that no Young Thug audio clip comes out today. Fuck it. I'm out just for the fun. I don't know. If I read a DM, if you DM me, I want the bet, and I read it and reply, then you got the bet. Then you were the first person that I read. $20 bet that no clip drops today, man. They gotta take a break at this point. Other than that, I will watch the whole Iceman episode 3. And then I'll keep an eye out for some breakdowns, see what's going on, see what I miss. Other than that, man, watch out.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
I think still got a gun.